Boston Bruins and Jeremy Swayman have decided to avoid arbitration. I'm going to be talking about what this means for both parties, what this means for the future of Jeremy Swayman's contract, as well as Jeremy Swayman hinting at a contract extension coming soon, with Joonas Korpisalo discussing what they're going to do after the game. The positivity is exactly what we wanted to hear in that scenario. We also have potential signing coming from the Bruins with a reunion with James Van Riemsdyk. So I'm going to be talking about all of that stuff here in this video. Before we get into it, though, we notice that 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join me here. This very busy offseason is well underway. I'm expecting a lot more stuff to happen very soon, and you won't want to miss what we have to give you updates for. So, like I said, let's get straight into our first topic. And what does this mean? The Bruins have avoided arbitration along with Jeremy Swayman, both sides deciding not to go into it. We knew this was going to be the case, but what does this really mean? And this means that Jeremy Swayman now can be offer sheeted. There's no deadline for them to sign an extension. They have the freedom to do what they want, get it done when they want. And as it does for most cases with a high-level signing like this coming from an RFA, it's going to take time. Both parties want to get the most money for their agent. The agent wants to get the most money for their player, and the team wants to, in the nicest way possible, give the least amount of money to Jeremy Swayman. But both sides want this to happen. This really is the first example of what we have here. Kind of to discuss for this Jeremy Swayman contract here comes from Ty Anderson from Steve Conroy. Says the Bruins have elected not to file for arbitration with Jeremy Swayman. And this is what Ty Anderson had to say, and a very good breakdown of what we can see and who, if anybody, could offer sheet Jeremy Swayman. It means Swayman can be offer sheeted, but realistically, there's just 7 teams that could put forth an offer that would give the Bruins at least $9.1 million in cap hit. A bit of an issue. The Buffalo Sabres, the Montreal Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, the Philadelphia Flyers, the New York Islanders, the Seattle Kraken, and the Nashville Predators. Also, this assumes that offer sheets are actually used outside of revenge, which they are not. That's a really big case there, that big, a big quote, at the end of there. They're not used outside of revenge very much lately, and that's really a big part of this. But as you can see, the teams being Buffalo, Montreal, Detroit, Philadelphia, New York, the Islanders, that is, Seattle, and Nashville. Of these teams, I really don't see any of them going out and needing a goalie. So another huge bonus for the Boston Bruins here is that they don't really have a team seeking a goalie via offer sheet, via really anything right now. And not having that, pressure looming over potential signing coming, the negotiations you're having with your contract is a really big part of this. And that's exactly what the Bruins want. Gives them even more time rather than if some team is going to offer sheet them first. Although, if an offer sheet does occur, Jeremy Swayman can still sign it, but the Bruins have the option to match it. And I really think if that does, the odd chance that does happen, the Bruins will match it. If they have to pay Jeremy Swayman a lot of money, we have to think that they would. But that's why the negotiations are taking so long. Going to be a big contract for a goalie, and, that's really a tough situation to hand out, but it will work out. We have that planned out. We have the whole thing to look forward to, and it's going to be a good result. But to move on to this bit right here, as I was mentioning, Ty Anderson once again, by opting not to go with arbitration, which was the plan all along, the Bruins and Swayman will continue to negotiate in good faith without a deadline hanging over them. So as I mentioned, it gives them the liberty to kind of bargain as much as they want, go out into a little bit of a deeper contract talks, without having that deadline looming for the arbitration case, which is, once again, a really big part. Jeremy Swayman mentioned he didn't want to go through it again, and the Boston Bruins were obviously going to grant him that wish of not going to arbitration. But could a potential signing be coming soon? Jeremy Swayman hinted at this in a recent cameo by someone asking if he will do anything with Joonas Korpisalo, and this could be a really big one. He's kind of hinting at, yes, something's going to happen. Hopefully it's soon. And, we know that this is going to be the case. We know that a contract extension is coming. Just a matter of time until it actually does. And we still won't really feel comfortable until it does. But this is what he had to say on Cameo. Sorry. Right here. He says, I know we don't have that hug anymore, but there's still going to be something going on after the Bruins games. I can only imagine. Swayman said in the Cameo, hopefully Korpisalo and I are going to find something cool, and we'll keep that tradition going, no doubt. So another awesome sign to see. Jeremy Swayman still actively involved with everybody. Joonas Korpisalo also came out and said, as he was traded, as everything was going on, Jeremy Swayman texted him immediately, gave him a warm welcome, and the two said they were going to make a call soon to try and catch up, but has not happened yet. That is from Joonas Korpisalo. I don't have that here, but was reading that, didn't put it in the video. But either way, that's a very good sign that Jeremy Swayman still, as I was mentioning, is around the team, is around the the whole system and not being one of those players that are really holding out until they get a contract. And that don't seem like Jeremy Swayman anyways. We knew that, and we were hoping for that, and that really was the case. That Swayman, he's just waiting. He's not doing too much. I'd say it's a lot of his agent, and obviously you want to get the most money out of that deal. And Swayman, honestly, after last playoffs, really deserves whatever contract he was looking for, whatever contract he was asking for. And, we really can't complain about that. So, once again, a little hint at a signing coming soon, perhaps. It would be really nice if that was kind of mentioning it, but nothing directly. But still, I think more so I want to hear it than that was actually saying I'm signing soon. So, let me know what you think about this. Could this be something coming soon? Maybe, you never really know. But let's head on to our final topic of the day, which is the Bruins could be signing James Van Riemsdyk back, who still is a free agent. One of the few that are left. And one that Boston is very familiar with is James Van Riemsdyk. We saw that what he could do last year was not exactly the James Van Riemsdyk we saw over his career, yet he was still a big piece of the Boston Bruins, especially in the postseason. So this is what we have here from the Hockey News. And I know this is not the most reliable source that we usually have, but this one, it was actually pretty, pretty good. One that I've seen mentioned a lot of other places, and one that kind of went a bit deeper into it, so I decided to put it in. And I do like the idea of re-signing James Van Riemsdyk. But it says, while Van Riemsdyk struggled down the stretch for the Bruins, he showed that he could still be a serviceable bottom six for the past season. In 71 games, the New Jersey native posted 11 goals, 38 points, and a +7 rating. He also has a decent postseason, recording a goal and 5 points in 11 games. And at the style that James Van Riemsdyk is, the player that he is right now, he's not going out, going up to put up 70, 80 points. And never really was that guy, but he could do it if need be. But for a bottom six player that the Bruins could add to this forward core, it's a good deal. I wouldn't really mind having a reunion with James Van Riemsdyk, especially with the young age that the bottom six is right now. And as you've seen from last season, 38 points, 71 games, not bad for a 35-year-old 6'3" big guy. Played great on the defensive side of things last year, and for 13 minutes time on ice, you can't really complain about those point spread and whatnot. So if this does end up happening, if this does end up, coming back to a Boston Bruins James Van Riemsdyk reunion, I'm all for it. I think it's going to be a very good one. And as I mentioned, having him on the bottom six from what we've seen right now, a very young bottom six, it's kind of excluding Trent Frederic on the wings, this could be a great addition. We still really don't know about Lysell. Justin Brazeau, I think, will get a very much increased role next year. Johnny Beecher, I still want him to play a bit of center. Great on the faceoffs. And Trent Frederic, very good. I could even put him in the top six, to be honest with you. And Morgan Geekie, I really don't see him as a permanent second-line winger. So lots of options for some movement. And this is obviously just kind of a preset line for next season. We don't have any information on that yet, and I won't have any for a little while. But from what we've seen right now, I think there's a lot of moving parts that could still happen on the offense. So let me know what you think about a James Van Riemsdyk reunion. I know a few people wanted him. I've seen a few people mention in the comments that would be a great signing, sign him back for one more season, and I agree. So let me know what you think about all this stuff here. Some pretty important news. Nothing too big, but important nonetheless. So that's all I got here in this video. If you enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. But I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.